That's
Anything before I go live, you right? I'm going
Yeah,
live now.
just move that out for right
Okay.
now.
Nah. Move yours too, cause yours.
Mine can't be seen right this minute.
you on.
All right, those of you that's coming in, good evening to you. Good Friday evening. Those of you coming in by way of social media, we're going live on TV in just a minute. Tonight is we're going to talk about that thug life, and I got a thug in the studios on tonight. Somebody asked me where the fuck is the congregation? Motherfucker, this is not the damn church. This is a goddamn TV studio. When you ignorant motherfuckers gonna get some sense? Okay? Damn. I've got Hot Boy Turk is in the studio. We're gonna talk about his brand new autobiography on tonight. And he's a spokesman for a rum company called Bamboo. Maybe after I promote them tonight, they'll send me a case of Bamboo and I'll keep it at the church. Uh, but then my members be trying to get back in my office and get my rum, especially one in particular member of my congregation, definitely. No, man, fuck you. You going off the goddamn page. You know, it's you broke motherfuckers that come on my page with that bullshit. Man, fuck you and the wound you climbed your ugly ass up out of. Okay. And I was gonna try to act nice tonight. New York in the house, glad to have you. Don't you remember you told me you love me, baby? Shanika Boyd, is it your birthday, baby? Tavion Malik Jones Fields. All right.
Get your broadcast on today by contacting our sales office. Come join our lineup today. Primetime TV at affordable rates.
Mississippi in the house. Felicia Lollipop. All right, Miss Lollipop. What?
Is that the girl you and my dad used to
Is there a church in the city like the one I used to know?
What part of Mississippi you in, Lollipop?
An old house of spirit.
Did I used to be in the streets?
Must I go back to the country?
Yes.
To the church on the hill.
Didn't I just tell you?
What?
I told you that was all.
That ain't her.
Remember when we left the church, marched down to the bow with your sheets? Different cases, you know.
Cousin Pastor in the house on a Friday night, ready to do it.
This minute would step in, somebody would shout, glory, hallelujah. I've been born again.
Texarkana in the house. Hattiesburg, Mississippi. You were down the road. I fell in love once, Felicia, with a girl that was from Hattiesburg, Mississippi, but I met her here in Memphis. Down near Hattiesburg and Laurel, Mississippi, and Waynesboro, or something like that. New Jersey's in the house.
The views and opinions expressed on this talk show are those of the talk show host, the producers, and/or persons appearing on the program, and do not reflect the views and
Somebody calling
opinions of
themselves
the
a cousin
SCP
pastor.
network.
You know you gotta go.
This program may include strong images and language and may not be suitable for all audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
If you wanna know, what's that? If you wanna know,
I don't know where she is now, Lollipop. Let's do it. They don't.
10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2.
And just when you thought it was safe, it is absolutely positively not. And good Friday evening to you. Welcome again to still the most controversial television talk show anywhere on the planet, the Thaddeus Matthews Show. I am he, aka the Cussing Pastor. Glad to have you here on the show tonight. Got a little different show tonight. Got a guest in the studios as well on this Friday night. We're gonna talk about that thug life on tonight. And I got a real live thug, and he's got a brand new book, The Autothuggography of Hot Boy Turk. Hot Boy Turk is in the studios on tonight. We're gonna talk about real thugs, because a lot of these youngsters out here now, y'all don't know nothing about no thug. Y'all think because y'all in the gang that you're a thug. But we're gonna talk about the real thug life, and we're gonna talk about his life. He's appeared last year on, what's that woman's name? Ayanna Van Zant show. He's appeared on the Thaddeus Matthews show. He's working on his own television reality show. Still making music, black man on the move. So we're gonna be talking with him in just a minute. Good friend of mine, he's helped me out on a lot of this stuff. He's really the one that got me on Instagram. Okay, when the Cussing Pastor came into play in December of last year, hell, I wasn't doing no damn Instagram. I thought that was for the kiddies, the youngsters, the teeny boppers. And now I've got nearly 120,000 followers just on that page. Everything that I do goes viral there. So, and he gave me some tips on some things. And even in his, he's filming a reality show production. The Hollywood people came and they filming him, and they came to the church, and we did a segment even with the Cussing Pastor being his marriage counselor for him and his wife. She's in the studio this afternoon. I don't think she's coming up on tonight, but this is my boy. Turk is in the house on tonight. So we're gonna be talking about that and talking with him in just a few minutes. Put cussingpastor.blogspot on the air. Look, I created this page because on my main page, and I'll be back up, I think next Friday, my 30-day stint for this time will be up. And what I decided to do was my heavy controversial stuff is to put it on my blog spot, cussingpastor.blogspot.com. I started my day today with the family of Miss Cleve Williams. That's the 80-year-old lady that bitch-ass Pastor Frederick Smith stole her money. He's a thieving mother. I can't say it on TV. That's one of the words you ain't supposed to say on TV. But, I can say it on social media. Y'all know what I mean. He's the stealingest mother in the world. He just roguish. Channel 13 did a story on him. Greg Court did a story on him on this evening as well. He's just a rogue. He's just a thief. And you silly ass church folk that's following behind him, y'all just as stupid as he is. Okay, yeah, just as stupid, just as stupid. But if you go to my page, you're going to see an interview that I did with Mrs. Williams' son, James Bussell, and his lovely wife, Carolyn. I did an interview with them, getting their feelings, because this lying-ass preacher telling folk it's just a misunderstanding. Ain't no damn, what's misunderstood is that your ass is a thief, you're a rogue. And y'all can have all the seances and hangovers, what they call them? What they call them sleepover things that they have at the church?
Retreat.
Who? What'd you say?
Lock-in.
Lock-ins and
Fasting and
fasting and praying, and y'all can do all that y'all want to do. The nigga's a rogue. He's a thief. Okay? He's a lying mother. Oh, Lord, stole the 80-year-old's 50. The woman had A1 credit. He went out and got credit cards, Jesus. Okay? Bought Pam Conley beauty supplies and paid her utility bills. Found out today it was a lady named Sister Maddie Johnson. You have to watch them Maddies in the church. Sister Maddie Johnson went over there with the pastor to the house, and we want you to be on the mother's board. Praise God. And we need take a picture of your identification. I guess you had to get an ID card for the mother's board. And he went and created, he stole, he even spent $6,000 in one place on some shoes. Now I wonder, somebody told me he got a sister with a boutique. I don't know. Yeah, he's just a thief. He's a crook. Lying ass. Him and his ugly ass wife with that 50 pounds of hair she wear on her damn head. She's the ugliest ass woman, and she be speaking in tongues and praying, and she'll be asking God, will you give me some good looks? Will you do something to this ugly ass face of mine? Will you keep me from having to go buy all this weave? She's just ugly. She's an ugly. Ooh, she ooh-wee ugly. She ain't simple ugly. She ooh-wee ugly. Touch your neighbor and say ooh-wee. Yeah, she's ooh-wee ugly. You see her ugly ass, ooh-wee. Yeah, ooh, ooh-wee. She be speaking in tongues and looking like a damn cow by the mouth. Chewing on her damn cud, ugly ass thieving ass. Because his ugly ass, stealing ass wife, she knew exactly what was going on. Ooh-wee. Touch your neighbor and say ooh-wee. That's the kind of ugly she is. She ain't simple ugly. Yeah, as the old folks say, she ugly as homemade sin. I don't even think you can make that kind of sin, that kind of ugly at the house. She just ooh-wee ugly. But if you want to go and see the interview that I had with Miss Clevie Williams' son and daughter-in-law, go to cussingpastor.blogspot.com. I was in a meeting with the family, with the prosecutors. Doug, you out here telling folk that it's gonna go away. It ain't going away. I'm gonna put you, I told you I didn't like your ass. I told you that when you came at me 3-4 years ago, I was gonna get your punk ass, and I mean punk in every sense of the word. I was coming at your pink panty wearing ass. I was coming at you, Doc. I told you if I didn't get you in the water, I was gonna get your ass in the rinse. I ain't gonna throw no rocks and hide my hands. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. I don't know how to stand before the people of God on Sunday morning, and I don't know how they come, and knowing that you'll steal the sweet out of sugar, the stank out of doo-doo. You just that kind of roguish. Ooh, it is Friday night. Yeah. I'm on a mission, and I'm gonna get you done. I'm not gonna stop until you are indicted stealing. And I want, if there's anybody else and he's taking your money, please feel free to contact me. Okay? If he stole from your mama, couldn't have been my mama. Oh, couldn't have been my grandmama, my great grandmama, and they all dead. You couldn't have stole from my mama and she dead, brother. Cause I'll kick your ass until your nose bleed, brother. I'm sorry. He deserves an ass kicking. Touch your neighbor on your left side and say, he deserves an ass whipping. Look to your neighbor on the other side and say, he deserves an ass whipping. He deserves to have his ass kicked. He needs an old North Memphis ass kicking. Not South Memphis, because we knew how to kick ass in North Memphis, around New Chicago, Badwater, Scutterfield, and them areas. We knew how to kick some ass. He calls himself a pastor. And it gives us good pastors, like the cussing pastor, a bad name. That's when folks don't want to help us, because y'all stealing $50,000. Lord, here's the lady now 80 years old, and Lord have mercy. You done messed up her credit. Messed up her credit. Got your car, your tickets going to her address. If y'all want to see all the receipts, go to cussingpastor.blogspot.com. You want to see how the family, his son, her son, brother, feels about that, go to cussingpastor.blogspot.com. Ain't it a shame? Ain't it a shame? But I invite you this Sunday morning, you want to come and have some real ministry, to join me at 10 a.m. at the Naked Truth Liberation and Empowerment Ministries. That's 10 a.m. Central Time. I got a special message for you on Sunday morning. Those of you around the country that's watching me by way of social media, hit me up at 10 Central Time. And whatever 10 o'clock is, my time, your time, join me. We got communion on Sunday. We serve real wine, sangria. We serve real wine out of shot glasses, little shot glasses. I don't know why y'all think that little Welch's of grape juice is what Jesus had. Jesus didn't have no Welch's. Mr. Welch's hadn't even been born at that time. We serve real wine. And here's what we also do. If there is some wine left over, the Bible says that as often as you do this in remembrance of me. Does not mean every first Sunday. If we got some wine left and we got some folk that feel that they really need a second cup of wine, and you ain't never seen it nowhere in America, you can go and get you some more. Laquita will get church Sunday, won't you? But my message on Sunday morning, a powerful message. What that mouth do. Turk, what you laughing for, man? You might need to come on Sunday morning. Yeah, what that mouth do. We're going to talk about the power of your mouth. What kind of power does your mouth have? We're going to talk about that on Sunday morning. You need to be there on this Sunday morning. What that mouth do? Okay. We're going to see what your mouth do on Sunday morning, 10 a.m. Please be there. A very powerful message that I have prepared just for you. Oh, Maddie Dotson. I had the wrong name. Her name ain't Maddie Johnson. That just sounds like a good church name, good missionary name. Named Sister Maddie Dotson.
Sister Maddie Dodson was the one that went over there with that thieving ass, Fred Smith. Sister Maddie Dodson. We need to look on them credit reports and see if Sister Maddie Dodson got anything too. Yeah, we gonna go over there and persuade her to give us her stuff. I can see Sister Johnson now. Sister Dodson. I don't know why I want to be Sister Dodson. Sister Wynn, praise the Lord, shabba dabba dabba doo, yabba dabba dabba doo. Oh, shabba boo 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 boo. The pastor thinks highly of you. Ha! Glory, ha! Glory. Shabba boo 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 boo. Yeah, Lord, yeah, Lord, yeah, Lord, yeah. Oh! Pastor wants you. Woo! Pastor wants you to be on the mother's boat. Praise God. Oh! Oh! And Sister Clement felt that this was going to be an honor to be on the mother boat. That the Pastor Fred Smith, who could be on the mother's boat himself, Fred could be on the mother's boat, couldn't you, girl? With all that bitch you. Oh, Jesus. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I feel all right tonight. With all that bitch of you could have been on the mother's boat too, Frederica. Ain't that what they call you, Frederica? And ugly as your wife is, she could be the man.
Oh.
She do look like a man with a wig on, though. Okay, stop, Thaddeus. Please stop. Oh, Jesus. Okay. All right. I'm gonna quit. She be the ugliest drag queen I done. Okay, Thaddeus, stop. Ooh, okay. Ooh, okay. Ooh, wait. Okay. All right, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna act pastoral. Oh, okay. Oh, Jesus. Okay. All right, I'm gonna stop. I'm going to stop. Spank myself on the hand. Her voice heavier than his too. Sure. I heard her praying the Lord. Oh, and then I heard him pray. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus, coming in under. Okay, I'm through. I'm gonna stop.
He's praying stop because he's mad.
I'm gonna stop.
She look like Michael Jackson.
She looked like Michael Jackson. I wonder who used the dildo or who. Stop, Thaddeus, stop. I can hear him telling them, strap it on, baby. That's Fred. Strap it on. All right, I'm through. I'm gonna leave that alone. All right. But you can go and see all of the information at cousinpastor.blogspot.com. I'm gonna take, ooh, Jesus. She is an ugly woman. Y'all need to go look at her picture. She do look like a man, with a wig on. Okay. Almost, her hands bigger than heels too. You know what? I need to look at her. Dale,
No,
Dale,
no.
don't it look like she got an Adam's
I knew
apple?
you was gonna say that.
Dale,
Say that, what?
Dale,
Yes, sir.
don't she look like she got an Adam's apple? Huh?
I ain't looking at me.
That's all right. All right, I'm gonna stop. I'm through. I'm through. I ain't gonna say nothing else disparaging. Okay, all right. But that boy did say it. Now, y'all heard him that time he called me on the TV. That boy, what was that boy's name? Hezekiah. That boy said he was coming down Poplar Street and the pastor pulled over in his BMW and picked him up and they went on down there to the harbor town. And then they got into this fight and the little boy said that the man was trying to do some sexual things to him. Now that's what the boy said. That's what he said live. Boy, I wish I could go back and find that interview with him. All right, I'm through. I'm through. Somebody said, go to the corner right now, Pastor. You are in time out. Okay. I can't think of nothing else. Okay. I did think of something else, my mom. I wonder where she be singing on Sundays. Do she do like they do at the drag shows, where you be pantomiming? Okay, I'm gonna leave it alone. Okay, she can't help she ugly. Okay, she can't help she look like a man. Okay, she can't help it. Okay, but Fred Smith, I'm all in your Kool-Aid, brother. And see, ain't nobody's business I can't find something out about. I don't care what kind of documents you got. I can find out who you are, what you are. Cause see, next week we're gonna talk about some of the other lawsuits you got. We're gonna talk about, and I'm gonna put up the documents of the bankruptcy that your church is in. And look, wait a minute, I got one more thing. The new Nazarene people said that you ain't no part of them no more. Okay? You ain't a part of the new Nazarene church. And one other thing, at your church, on your pulpit, on your thing, you got the seal of the Church of God in Christ. They said, can they have their seal back? Because you ain't no part of the Church of God in Christ. You just out there. You out there on an island all by yourself. And you know what? Them other sisters you got at the church, they gonna soon find somebody else's church to go to. You giving sisters a bad name. All right. My name is Thaddeus Matthews. I'm the baddest man on TV on the planet. Don't nobody do it on the TV and social media like I do it on this FU Friday. We're going to take a commercial break, and then when we come back, it's Thug Life with my good friend, Hot Boy Turk. We'll be back after these commercial messages.
I don't know why I was clowning like that.
That was so funny.
Huh. Whew.
This is raw TV, raw social media. Daddy
Woo.
man give it to you. He don't give a damn. You heard me? He don't
All
give a
right,
damn.
get a chair and
He
let's
really like
coordinate.
Like, y'all. So y'all go ahead on and share this, cause it's about to go down. I don't know what he gonna ask me, cause He don't give a damn what he say. You know, that's why me and him.
Just when you
we
thought
don't give a
it
damn
was
what we
safe.
say. So, he don't discriminate, he don't care who I am, he'll ask me whatever he wanna ask, he don't care. So I love that, you know what I'm saying, some people can't take it, I hate that. My thing is be ready for the answer, you heard me, so.
Well, will you come on up here now and sit down? Ooh, I need to shave.
You don't do the no shave November?
Do I?
The no shave November.
No
When
shade,
that-
November.
Nah,
I
he
never heard
shaved
of
3
it.
times this week.
I didn't shave 3. I've been thinking about growing a beard though.
I never heard of no shade November.
I've been thinking about.
You gonna be like Rick Ross then, man, you do that. You don't think you Rick Ross, man.
Listen, I'm trying to position this. Okay. Scoot it just a little bit so they can pick you up on Instagram. Ooh.
You got everything just right. Man, you crazy, man. You don't care what you say, man. Man, they love you, man.
Fuck Smith.
It says you on. Hey, what the station is where people could tune in on the TV?
Comcast 31. If they got Comcast.
Comcast 31. Comcast 31.
Or go to the Thaddeus A. Matthews Facebook page or go to Turk's page.
Mhm. Man, we just got that Dez Bryant from the Cowboy. He done tore his ACL is already, man, in practice, man.
Really?
Yeah, he in practice today.
That shit crazy. I mean, my bad.
Tell him, man, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. You don't like this, man. Make sure you drink it with some ice, man. Ice smooth.
We ain't got no ice
no
in here.
burn. You don't even burn. You gonna
I thought you said the office.
You gonna be asking for
You
some
got
more.
something in the office.
Well, this going in my office.
Our office connected.
This going to the pastor's office. This going to the study. Study to show myself approved. Ooh. Ooh, I wish I had some ice.
Turk in the house, yep, in the house with a custom pastor. Facebook, Instagram. what's
Don't
up
play
y'all?
with the gospel sign. Man, fuck you. Do you even know what the gospel is? What I don't need, Quita, I ain't gonna give to you,
Appreciate that, Van Davis.
but I will be at your cousin's homegoing in the morning, 11 o'clock, at the Hopewell. I had to go find where Hopewell was, and I thought I knew where everything was in Northland.
Yeah, man, I gave you that hard copy, man. I need to sign that for you too, man.
Yeah, Simon.
Yep, sign that for you, man. Make sure I sign it right. It is
I should put on my Steelers outfit. I got my Steelers jacket in the car.
Hell no, man. It's THADDEUS.
DD. Uh-huh.
I ain't want to be. They said you got
30
What?
seconds.
mix that wrong with some hunch punch.
Mm.
Mm. 10 seconds.
Okay.
Keep being real, man. We love you, man.
And 5, 4, 3, 2.
And welcome back to the Thaddeus Matthews Show with my good friend Hot Boy Turk, who has, look, he's been in this music thing a long time. He's written his autobiography of Turk. Brand new book that's out, and we're gonna talk about this book. We're gonna talk about his life, but he's also, you're the spokesman for a rum company. What's the name?
Bamboo.
Bamboo. And he bought the pastor
Yeah,
some bamboo,
yeah, all natural flavors.
all natural flavored
Put you on
rum.
that level, have you preaching right on a Sunday. I'm telling you.
Well, I'm gonna put this in my office, and I ain't sharing with nobody. I got some members that love to drink.
You know they say sharing is caring.
It is.
I don't care. But yeah, I'm going to take this and put it in my office. Bamboo. This is a brand new.
Brand new. Is a couple of us, Lil Wayne, Rick Ross, myself, DJ Khaled. We all are brand ambassadors for Bamboo. It's a real good rum, man. All natural flavors, man. Once you try it, it don't burn and it gets you on that level.
I wish I had some ice in here tonight. If I had known, I'd have had some ice and we'd have sampled it. But I'll sample it tomorrow. It'll be in my office on tomorrow. Man, what made you write this book?
Man, when you're in prison, man, you bored.
Okay.
And I just was in a point of my life where I was ready to just tell the world and be honest with myself. It was sort of like therapy for me. And I was basically killing time, going to the library, and I hooked up with this guy from Chicago who was writing books. And at the time, he was about to put out a book on T.I., In Jail with the Rapper. And in his book, he was about to say some things that I felt like, T.I. is my friend, what I'm saying? I don't think you should release this, you know what I'm saying? And it was very...
That's what T.I. told you?
Nah, I told the guy
Okay.
in Chicago, I don't think he should release it because he was defamating his character, really.
Okay, okay.
And he agreed with me. I say, and since you not gonna release that, let's start on something that's more positive, man. Let's do my book, and he helped me format this book, man, in the law library at Forest City, Arkansas. And as I got into it, I started going back into my life and how my life was, man. It was getting interesting to me.
Let's talk about that, and let's talk about prior to you going to prison. Cash Money Records.
Mm-hmm.
What was Cash Money Records all about?
Man, we was like the biggest, before I joined Cash Money was like the down south Def Jam in New Orleans. And everybody wanted to sign to Cash Money. I was fortunate enough to get on Baby and Slim Nerds, and they gave me a card, I rapped to them, and the rest was history. They put me in a Hot Boys group, which consisted of Lil Wayne, BG, Juvenile. Back then I considered myself as the weakest link because they had been doing it, And it's just something I wanted to do just to get my mama out of the hood.
Okay.
And they gave me an opportunity, man. I took it and I ran with it, and I ain't looked back, And I became a hot boy Turk. To this day, man, people still, man, they infatuated with what we brought to the game. We changed the whole, the scene of the game when we came in. I'm talking about as far as how people dress, how they talk, the bling bling, just everything, man, the language.
How old were you, man?
At the time, I was like 14.
Okay.
I was 14 when I got with Cash Money. I was 16 when I put my first album out, and I was 18 or 17 when I signed my first major deal with Universal.
Okay.
So
you made some money.
Yeah, I made a whole lot of money and messed up a whole lot of money.
And you're out there in the world. What is your definition, man? When we talk about the autobiography of Turk, what's your definition of a thug?
my definition of a thug is a whole lot different than it was back then. Back then it was like shoot 'em up, bang bang. I'm in the streets. I'm getting how I get it. I need all the girls. You know, I'm above the law. I don't care about nothing. But as I get older, as I got older, and when I went through prison, you know, I changed the acronym for thugging, which is taking hardships using God's gift in spite of negativity.
Okay,
You know,
okay.
that's the acronym for thugging. And I done been through so much stuff in my life, man, to where I want my life to be a light to the people that's living in darkness. You know, they have a lot of people that sprung out on drugs. It don't necessarily have to be heroin and cocaine, but it's drugs. And a lot of people is in denial of that. You know, a lot of people in messed up situations as far as their business. Like, everybody want to be a rapper. You know,
Okay.
if you don't have your business right, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna get messed off, you know, and I was one of those persons that got messed off in the record label, you know, at an early age, wanting to be famous and not taking care of my business. I want people to learn from me, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I wanna be a living example, and I believe all the stuff that I went through and all the stuff I overcame, it put me in a position to be that, you know, a spokesperson for change, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And that's what thugging all about with me, taking hardship, using God's gift in spite of negativity. You know, God gave me a gift to talk to people, and don't be scared to talk to them and tell them how it is, sort of how you do it.
I remember some years ago, I got a call from a friend of mine who's your father-in-law. Okay. Jeff called me, and Jeff was telling me about something that had just happened, and his daughter was at Imani.
Yeah.
And I turned on the news, and here was an apartment. Dale, come fix this Instagram for me. It went off some kind of way. Here was an apartment complex on Mount Moriah. Police were everywhere. Deputy Sheriff's Department was there. And so I asked Jeff, I said, man, I'm looking at the TV. And he was telling me, he said, my baby is in this house. And the police had shot this apartment up. I mean, just shot it up. You were in that apartment.
Yeah.
What brought that on?
Man, at the time,
And how old were you then, man?
at the time I was 19 or
Okay.
20. I
Okay,
believe I was 20.
okay.
You know, and I was living that thug life, man, hanging with the wrong people. Well, at the time they weren't wrong people; it was the people that I hang with.
Okay.
You know, and it was this guy, man, who was jealous of me. You know, and he called the police and told the police that, you know, I had 2 kilos of heroin and an AK-47, and they need to hurry up. And I didn't know at the time it was the police. If I would knew at the time it was the police, I would open up the door. You know,
Okay.
you crazy if you want to shoot it out with the police, the SWAT team at that, any law enforcement, they're gonna kill you.
Uh-huh.
I never came home and glorified that. Man, I shot it out with the police. I did my time. Nah, bam, I'm this gangster. Nah, because it didn't happen like that. How they painted the picture.
So what happened in that particular scene?
Basically, you know, I had just got up early in the morning. My girl, she's cooked me breakfast. I had one of my friends from New Orleans.
Imani, you cook?
Yeah, she cooked.
Alright.
She cooked me breakfast, man. You know,
Uh-huh.
and you know, it's just a normal day. You know, just waking up. I had just started to keep my heroin addiction. I started taking medicine like methadone wafers because I was tired. When I made it mine, I wanted to keep my drug habit. You know.
Mhm.
And in the process of me kicking my drug habit, I still was dabbing and hitting and, you know what I'm saying? And when the police came in there, which I didn't know, I thought I was being robbed. They kicked in the door. They didn't knock and announce, you know, and I just did what any other black man or any other man would have did. He protected his house. You know, I was scared for my life. So when I saw ski masks, one thing led to another. 2 police officers wound up being shot. I never knew it was the police.
Okay.
You know, but to this day, it's like, you a gangster rapper, you this, you about that life, you knew it was us. Nah, I respect authority. I respect anybody that's in a position, you know, respect. I'm very, you know, hard on that. You know, I preach that all the time, so I would never disrespect anybody.
How many shots went through that house?
It was
through that apartment.
when I went to trial, I found out it was 52 entries and exit holes, and it's a miracle, man, that I'm still here to even speak about it, because I was in the closet, and when I came out of the closet, I looked at my girl and I said, "I'm hit," and she was like, "You is?" I said, "I don't know. I'm asking you." I was in shock. You know, I'm thinking I'm hit, shot up all in the face, because I felt the bullets, like, you know, but it's a shock. It happened so fast, and it was like it was a slow motion fast, like at the same time. And when I came out, man, it was like it was a movie, man. Then, bam, it's like you snapped out of it, and then I found out, damn, it's the police. So now it went from me thinking I'm being robbed, me protecting me and my girl, to, man, we done had a shootout. Well, I done had a shootout with the police.
Okay.
You know, and man, they got me out. They beat me like a Hebrew slave, man. And they were like, "I wish Tupac was here to see you." And they kicked me and stumped me, and you know, man, it was bad, man.
So how many police officers were hit?
Two police officers was hit.
Okay. They didn't die.
They didn't die. They was in I mean, they had life-threatening injuries, but they didn't die. Thank
Okay.
God, because
Okay.
it would have been really worse.
So you went to prison for 9 years, was it?
8 years, 8 months, 16 days.
Okay.
Yeah.
How was prison life for a 19-year-old guy that's thugging? You're thugging. You have been out there making major paper. You were a recording artist. You was a celebrity. What was the emotions and the feelings when the judge sentenced you? And you did fair time.
I did state and fair time.
State and fair time. You were in Forest City.
Yeah.
Okay. How did that make you feel, man?
Bitter, grateful, thankful. It just was a lot of mixed emotion, man. When you're in prison, you know, you out of sight, out of mind. A lot of people you thought gonna have your back. Man, it wasn't nobody there for me but my wife, who's my wife now, and she was my girlfriend then. You know, she told me at visitation, I had got 22 years, and she told me, she said, "I don't care how much time you got, I'm not going nowhere." You know, and I felt like she was an angel sent from God, man, to go through that with me. And me and her was together 2 months before.
So you and Imani had only been together 2 months?
2 months on the street together, 2 months.
Okay.
And, you know, man, it just was an angel. She was an angel because God showed me himself through her. I found out who God was, man. They say God is love, and she showed me love that I never, ever felt, you know. And for a person to sacrifice their life, because I was a fool in jail, man. I was a cheater in jail, you know. I was doing all kind of things.
How you cheating in jail?
I was messing with plenty of other girls, you know.
In jail?
Yeah,
Where the girls was at?
everywhere.
In jail?
Everywhere.
Wait a minute, they had girls in jail?
Yeah.
Oh, damn,
You know,
okay.
and you know, it just was so much stuff going on, man. And I was messing with girls in jail, out of jail, and she put up with me. You know, that's why when I came home, I knew what I had. You know, not saying she was no damn fool or stupid, because she left me for a couple months in jail after she found out that I was messing with other people. You know, but I fought hard to get her back because I knew what I had. And when I came home, man, it was only right. Why should I, you know, go back and mess with these booger bats? And I know.
Booger bats?
Yeah, they booger bats. Because, you know, a lot of people saying, she just with you because you're Turk, but I didn't have nothing.
Okay.
They not knowing that she got me when it wasn't no glam. You know, it wasn't no shine. I was a dope fiend.
Okay.
And she accepted me in her house. A lot of people ain't know that. When I came home.
So let's go back to that. That's important, Turk. You were 19 years old. You were a dope fiend.
Man, straight natural born dope
Most
fiend.
of your money was going to heroin.
I was spending $500 a day shooting heroin and cocaine every single day. Every day. Since from 14 to 22. I went to jail when I was 21, by the way. So from 14 to 21, every day, non-stop, I'm getting high. I'm spending at least $500 a day on drugs. And it was plentiful. Some days I didn't even have to pay for it because a lot of people wanted to get in the concerts. They wanted to say, I serve Hot Boy Turk from Cash Money. So it was like people was throwing me heroin and cocaine on the stage when we performing on tour. You know, every city I went to, I write about it in my book, man. There's reckless situations in my book where, you know, I talk about it. Everywhere I went, it was like, bam, like here. So I couldn't duck it, you know what I'm saying? And in my book, I talk about my addiction a lot. You know, a lot of people who still, you know, don't want to let people know, and they probably still hit me missing. They want to talk about the things like I talked about.
So man, what made you get sick and tired? Because see, you don't give up your drug habit. I don't care how folk preach to you and talk to you. You got to get sick and tired of being sick and tired yourself. So how did you get sick and tired? And this is prior to the incident you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
What made you come to the point that I don't want to do this heroin no more?
Debt. I had OD and Imani. She gave me a bag of ice and I put it on my nuts. You know, that revived, you know, and
That revived you when you had an overdose?
oh yeah, you put the ice on your nuts, it's gonna wake you up. You know what I'm saying? And
Wait. Come on, sir.
Yeah.
You had an overdose.
I was dying, man, and she didn't know what was going on.
You was in her presence.
I was in her house. I always used to lock myself in the bathroom. She never
Okay.
seen me getting high.
Okay.
You know, she never seen me getting high. You know, I respected her enough to not do it in front of her, but not enough to not do it at all because it didn't matter who you was. I'd get high in my mama's house. I just ain't doing it in front of my mama. But I was ODing and I called her, man. I remember she brought me some ice and I prayed. And I'm like, I ain't gonna do it no more, God. So she was working at the Civil Rights Museum at the time.
Okay.
The next day she at work. I'm shooting heroin and cocaine again. And it was raw. It had no cut at all. It was raw off the brick. I shot again. I'm in the house by myself.
You
man.
trying to kill yourself.
Nah, I was trying to get loaded, high.
But you do know.
Yeah, now
that
that I know, yeah,
you
I was
yourself.
killing myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was in denial. Then I just was having fun
Okay.
back then. And the high was, it just was, ooh, yes, I love it. You know, I love heroin more than anything in the world. Heroin and cocaine, that meant more than, before I did anything, I had to have it. And I did it the second time and I OD'd again. This time she wasn't there, so I had to, I'm like a walking dead and I'm walking to the kitchen. And ice wasn't working. I put the ice on my nuts this time, it wasn't working. So I remember old heads I used to get high with say, sometimes you gotta shoot salt. So I had to shoot salt in my veins. Now, just imagine, that's crazy, but I shot salt in my veins. And it, you know, that salt, it got me up. I could have killed myself from shooting salt, but it do something and it reversed the high. And when my girl
You know
came,
God had a plan for you, right?
He did.
Okay.
And when my girl came home later that day, me and her both got on our knees and I remember we prayed and I told God, the only way I'm gonna stop getting high, cause I was tired, man. The only way I'm gonna stop getting high if it's life threatening, and I meant that from the bottom of my heart. You know, I come from a Christian background. You know, my mama, that's all she did. She was church going and a praying woman. You know, so I knew all about God. You know, I just strayed away, and we prayed, and I told God the only way I'm gonna stop every life threatening. 3 days later, that's when the police did what they did, and I knew it was God. They shot 52 times. 5 + 2 is 7. 7 is the number of completion. That's the number of God. You know, I started getting like all these symbolic messages like, I got you, son. And it just woke me up, man. When I went to jail and I went to trial, and I wasn't scared of the judge. I wasn't scared of nobody. I just felt like, okay, now I was going through my mixed emotions as human, but I still had my spirituality to where, you know what? I felt like Joseph in my situation. Okay, I know I have to go through this. But just like Joseph went through his situation and the devil meant it for bad, God meant it for good. I put myself in his mindset, you know, and once I started doing that, man, I had 5 different attorneys and paid every last one of them. And none of them couldn't get me out of my situation. But when I started believing in God and start working my case myself, just trusting in God, God got me out of my situation by working through me and my wife, who he put me in my life to stand down with me the whole time. It wasn't no attorney that got me out of there. No money got me out of there. No friends got me out of there. It was me humbling myself, changing my ways in jail, because you still could get high. You could get heroin, cocaine, you could get syringes. You could do everything but go and come in jail. You could do all that. Everything you do on the streets, you could do it in everything.
How much time did they give you?
They gave me initially 22 years. I had a 12 in the state, which was supposed to run concurrent with my Fed time. I went to trial in the Feds and got 120 months, which is 10 years. It sounds like it ain't a lot, but it's 10 years. And at the time, I had been down only 30 months. They offered me 51 months, but I felt like, nah, man, because I'm innocent. You know, I didn't try to kill no police. So why would I take a plea deal? You know, I didn't try to kill no police. You know, and to this day, I still say that. You know, you crazy, man. And anybody out there, if you want to shoot it out with the police, you are crazy. They're going to kill you.
Do you think, man, that the 9 years that you were locked down, that was God's plan to save your life?
I know it was. Because like I say, I prayed and I told God. See, I knew in a spiritual mind that it was God, because I know, whether people want to believe it or not, the spirit world is real. I prayed and told God the only way I'm going to stop using heroin and cocaine if it's life-threatening. And they might not believe me. Them people were shooting 223s, MP40s, Glock 40s, and 12 gauges. That's the SWAT team guns. They shot those guns. And I remember Mark Luttrell, he was the sheriff at the time. He said, it was your lucky day, son. Nah, it was my blessed day. God protected me. Y'all didn't know what was going on. Y'all didn't understand it, but I understood why I'm still living. So now you got this book where a lot of people was expecting it to be something else, but my book is like a testimony. You know, I talk about my heroin addiction. I talk about my time on the road. Like, my whole thing is my drug addiction and everything my drug addiction caused. The effect of the drugs and what they caused in my life is what you're going to read in my book. The autobiography is just what people relate to me as. When they hear Turk, they think Young and Thuggin'. Young and Thuggin' was my first solo album. So just like Paul, before he became Paul, he was Saul. You know, you got to sometimes become like the people in order to get the people to understand. So a lot of people can relate to Thug. If you're in the streets, you're going to relate to that. They're going to catch your attention. But when you get into my testimony, it's going to change your life. You know, I'm not glorifying anything in my book. I'm not trying to sell my book based off of lies. It's all the truth. If you was a part of my story, I'm not biting my tongue. Everything that happened is facts, no feelings. You know, and I just want people to be inspired, man, by my story, man. That's something that I'm going to do for the rest of my life. Whether I go to the prisons and speak it, the hospitals, the rehabs, the schools, the churches, I could go anywhere and everywhere with my story, man.
But isn't it amazing, man, that how God can take your mistakes that you've made and turn the mistakes that you've made into blessings for others?
Yeah.
You know, There's a segment of young folk, and those of you on Instagram, you're timing out, I'm gonna bring you right back.
It's a,
But as I was saying, man, isn't it amazing how God can take the mistakes that you made and use your mistakes to become a blessing for somebody else? There's a segment of young people that ain't never going to nobody's church, man.
no,
They ain't going to the brick and mortar. But when they can hear a true testimony from a guy in the streets, and I think that this is the message, man, that people are looking for the realness, they're looking for the wrongness. As I was mentioning at the beginning of the show, when I started talking about the cussing pastor thing, it was you that told me you need to go to Instagram.
yeah.
I didn't want to go to no Instagram, man. That's where the kids are. And then I began to find out, man, that there was a segment of young folk and even some older folk that ain't going to nobody's church.
Amen.
They don't want to hear hooping and hollering, running and jumping. They want
Nothing traditional, man. The
Right.
traditional ways is over.
They want
They want
to
it
hear something
wrong.
that's gonna change their lives.
They wanted Paul and Saul way. That's
Yeah.
the way they wanted.
Yeah. My guest, Hot Boy Turk. We're gonna take a commercial message, and then we're gonna come back and talk some more about the autobiography of Turk. Where can they get the book at?
They could get it directly from me. DM me on Instagram, hotboyturk_32, or Barnes & Noble, Amazon, or click the link in my bio and get it on ebook. Y'all get it straight to your phone, Android or iPhone.
I'm about to
ebooks.
write me a book.
Yeah, you need to, man. You need to. You have a story, man, and like I think you're a great guy, man, and I have nothing but respect for you.
Well, thank you. And when I look and I see a lot of the rappers follow me,
I told you.
T.I., Snoop.
Birdman. I didn't heard Birdman like really listening to your message, man. When you shooting a video in New Orleans, and I believe I called you.
You did.
And I told you, a lot of people, they're gonna look at it and they're not gonna understand it at first. Just like they won't understand me, but if they sit back and they really just listen, because a lot of people just look and don't listen, yeah, get the message.
Let's take a commercial break, and when we come back, we'll come back and talk some more about the life. Cash Money Boy. Yeah, Hot Boy Turk got his own book out, and you need to go and get this book. We'll tell you more about where you can go and get this particular book. We'll be back after these commercial messages.
Yeah, man, you need to get your book, man. Like that's the next thing. You have to. That's another step.
Let me go run down this hall just a second. Imani, did you want to say anything tonight?
No, thank you. Is it on there? Cause I press save, and the thing start turning around and around, then it stop. And I press it again, it wouldn't do it. No, don't say I didn't save it, say it didn't save, because I just told you.
But it's in the right hand corner.
Yeah, it say save with a button pressed down, an arrow pressed down, I press save, I was standing right there. I press save, then some start turning around and around and then.
this from earlier today.
Yeah, I'm just telling you what I did. I don't know if it kept saying connection is poor. I don't know if it didn't do it because of the connection or what. But I shared it for $20. It should've went up there.
Nah, they still. Yeah, y'all, we still on Daddy Matthews Instagram. Hold on, let me go back on my Instagram. Y'all see mine got a braid, 330.
I can't see it.
Yes, they can.
You standing in front of cameras.
I don't know what she think they can.
But I'm looking at this.
Oh,
I'm looking at the.
oh,
All three of them.
oh, she looking at the three. She
I'm
making
looking
sure
at
that
all
she
three
making
of
sure
them.
that she making sure she ain't showing her
Cause
braid.
they will
like
pick
he-
you up. That's okay, I got my braids too.
Yeah, man.
Tell them boys at Bombay, they need to custom pastor, Bamboo,
Yeah,
they need to custom pastor as a
I got you, man.
spokesman
I'm gonna plug you in.
for-
Yeah,
Bamboo,
I'm gonna plug you in.
the
I'm
pastor's
gonna plug you
drink.
in with these cups too at Reedy, man. You know, we don't have a custom pastor, man. His face on there.
Boy, I bet there's some,
Yeah.
I bet there's some good
Man, I wish you
rum.
had some ice, man.
I wish I had some ice too.
Man, my wife, she don't really drink, and she like, oh, this is good.
Is it smooth?
It don't
Yes,
burn.
don't-
It look like it'll burn, but I promise
And
you
it
it
got
don't
a
burn.
smell like caramel.
Like caramel, man. It just,
And it do not burn at all. And I don't even just drink out.
You drink it straight,
Yeah.
your money.
man, I got a bottle over there. You can get a shot. It's open that one.
I ain't got no glass
But
though,
it's-
man.
It's like it's
It
not
ain't
even-
cold.
It's like it's not even
I don't wanna drink out no bottle. I wanna drink out of a cup if I'm gonna drink something.
It's good. I'm telling you now.
Where do you
Yeah,
get
it's all
Bamboo?
over. Bamboo is all over. I just went to Jamaica, man, and I was surprised. I'm like, dang, they got it in Jamaica, Mexico. I'm like, oh, we all over. We worldwide. It's everywhere, man. They like $40 a bottle, but I get them by the cases. I'm plugged in.
Okay.
I'm plugged in. Got you. No, everything I tell you I'm gonna do, man, I do it, man. I got you. Yeah, y'all be on the lookout for Turkey and Imani, the Virgins, man. Daddy Matthews is gonna be on the show.
Yeah, yeah.
He was just on here, said they got the book, they read it and they love it.
What is,
on there.
Monica, what was, oh, I thought you ain't got me a cup.
I'm telling you, you
You
can
got
drink
two
it.
cups.
Get you a little shot.
There's
There you
no
go.
cup.
Get the bottle over there. That's open.
Cause you ain't gonna get none of this deal. I'm sorry,
Play too
this gonna be in my
I'm gonna
office.
tell you, it tastes better when it's cold. So
I got a refrigerator in my office.
it tastes better.
You
I got a
You saw how them
refrigerator,
offices
Yeah, it tastes better.
I got a
Yeah, right
refrigerator
there,
in my
right there.
office.
He don't even pour his own drink. He gonna say, Dad, come get this.
It tastes better cold. See, I'm drinking this. It looked like I had a cup full of ice in here. I like it cold
Huh?
because you can feel it more and man, it feels so good.
I got guilt too much.
You gonna give me some? Where you go, the cup?
I can give you too much.
Real smooth, man.
That's enough.
Bamboo. You need some ice though. You need the ice.
You probably, it
It's
probably
good.
tastes a little stronger without the ice.
You need
That's
that
smooth, boy.
I ain't smooth. Do it
The
burn?
ice,
That's
you
smooth.
need that ice though, man. The ice
And it's,
make it
and
right.
it's got a caramel.
Yeah.
Like smell, like.
Mm. Yes, yes. Ooh wee.
Hey man, I'm telling you, man, this that.
I don't need this shit and I'm on there. Woo.
I'm telling you that. It's that
Yeah.
man. Man, I got everybody on it, man. I'm telling you now.
Yeah, we need to plug in
I'm
and
telling
let
you,
me
I
be a
got
spokesman
you.
for Bamboo,
I got you. I'm gonna plug you in.
the pastor's drink.
I'm gonna plug you in.
Exactly.
I'm gonna plug you in. You're gonna have your own cases coming to you. I got you.
My own cases?
Own cases.
Oh, just, I have to lock my, I have to hide my cases at the church.
And he been working with them for a long time, and I just drunk some
Mm.
for the first time. the
Oh,
other
this is
day.
so smooth.
What you mean you gotta hide yours at the church?
In my office.
Yeah.
Why you gotta
You about to
hide?
have cases of that coming.
Oh, cause don't nobody come in my office, but you and me,
Right.
hiding from you.
That's what I'm trying to get at.
Mm,
Yeah, that bamboo.
I can see my commercial right now.
Now how you buy this? I know
You
can't
know,
come-
there are some days that even the pastor has to have a drink.
Bamboo.
And when I do drink, I get a smooth drink like Bamboo,
All natural flavor.
all natural flavor.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
Mhm.
Caramel.
No, this is audition right there.
20 seconds.
This is BD.
See, y'all need to go out to the liquor store tonight. Tell them I can push some of this stuff.
I got you, man.
Go get y'all some bamboo. I can't drink this on. Oh,
5, 4, 3,
I need to get your cup.
2.
Mm-mm. And welcome back. And he is a spokesman and one of the rap celebrities for Bamboo. Y'all go, when y'all go to the liquor store tonight, get y'all some Bamboo. They're gonna hook me in and I'm gonna do a commercial. The cussing pastor. When he, at the end of his day, when he's chilling, puts a little ice in a cup, pulls a little bamboo.
Smooth.
The drink that'll make you cuss.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, and it's smooth, man.
I told you, man.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I don't even drink too much of this on the, y'all going to the liquor store right now, aren't you? Get your drink tonight.
That's what they're saying for real.
Huh?
That's what they're saying for real.
I know. Go get you some bamboo.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get paid too. Bamboo. This, and you know, it has a, what did you say? It's a caramel smell. It don't smell like liquor.
And it don't burn like liquor.
Oh, it did burn. Let me try it again. Mm-mm.
When it gets you
Don't need to
feeling
go
right,
to the fire
like,
department.
it make you feel right.
Do it.
Yeah. Go all night.
Yeah. It's bringing that bass out.
You sound like Fred
Yeah.
Stewart.
Girl, something's wrong with me. Okay.
Yeah.
Go, money. Mm-mm. All right, let's go back to the interview because I didn't get into that. Man, I just got my book. I hadn't read it tonight. And I'm looking at the chapters in your book. My Genesis.
The beginning.
Tell me about your beginning, man. Tell me.
The beginning, it basically talks about when my mama met my daddy. You know, it wouldn't be you without no beginning. You have to know where you come from and know where you're going.
You were born in New Orleans.
Yeah.
Okay.
Born in New Orleans.
In the projects.
In the projects, yeah.
Okay.
And the lifestyle my daddy lived, the lifestyle my mama lived, it made me into the lifestyle that I live. And I talks about my uncle who was a baller at the time. I wanted to be like him. You know, that's the hustler side that I got. And as he started hustling, he started to progress into the dope fiend. So I grabbed that side of him too. That's who I looked up to in the family.
Okay.
At one time, he was taking charge of the family, taking care of everybody. Then that became my job, you know.
Okay.
So it's like it went from him to me. And I believe in generational curses, right? Generational wealth. And when you read my book, it's like that, man. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna see, just like when you read the Bible, you see how it was in the beginning, and as you go through time and time and time, really nothing new under the sun. You know, you have to break those curses.
You were born in the Melpomene Project.
That's the Melpomene. My mom.
Melpomene
Yeah.
Project.
My mama was born in the Melpomene Project. I was born in the Melpomene Project and later on moved in the Magnolia Project. All my life I've been in the projects, all my life, until I started rapping.
Okay.
I was able to move. That was my whole motivation to
Okay.
rap. You know, to move my mama out of those hoods.
So did you move your mom out?
Yeah, I moved my mom out, man, when I was a youngster, you know, and it was a great feeling, man, to be able to do that, you know. But in the process of me doing that, I still was drugging and thugging, so it was like I wasn't right, you know. and we couldn't maintain the lifestyle that we had. I had to put myself in. At one time, I believe I had like 4 or 5 cars. You know, house. I had my own house. I had my own house like 18. You know, and I had got a son. I talk about my son. My son is 18. He just made 18. When I went to prison, he was 2 years old. Came home, he was 12. You know, right now I have twins now at 5 years old with my wife. That's Imani. You know, and it goes back. I had to start from the beginning, like I say, all the way from the time when my mom and my daddy met. The last chapter of my book is called Revelation.
Okay.
In between, you have Young with a Monkey, you have Uptown Bound, you have different titles of my life, you know, and I just go in and I talk about things that I can remember, you know what I'm saying? And I also wrote a movie script, so what you don't get in the book, you're gonna get in the movie, which is called Reckless.
What's your, outside of prison, what's your greatest regret?
I don't have any regrets, man, because everything that I went through made me into the person that I am today.
So who are you? Turk, who are you today?
Man, I'm a good husband. I'm a great father. You know, I'm a good role model. Now I can accept the title of being a person that people look up to, you know, because I'm not gonna lead people in the wrong direction. One thing about me, when I'm on social media, I keep it all the way real, man. I don't bite my tongue because they hurt. When you bite your tongue, it really hurt, you know. So I just tell people like it is. So like how you do it, man. Like, you know, I think it need a lot of people in the world to change the world, man. You got to be able to tell people the truth, whether it hurts you or not, you know. However it come out, that's how it was meant to be. And you just gotta receive it, man. And I'm just one of those people.
When we look at your life and we talked, I've known your wife since she was a little girl. She comes from an influential family. She didn't have to really struggle as a young girl. I'm sure that, and like I said, I was friends with her father, her grandfather, the late George McLean. I'm sure that, especially after the shootout, that there were family members who didn't want her to be with you. Okay?
Yeah.
And I remember having some conversations, and I didn't know you then.
Yeah.
Okay. I remember talking to her father, and every father's
It's
protective
yeah.
of his little girl.
Cause I have a daughter and I know. Yeah.
And here this Negro is, big old Negro that came along. Okay, he a rapper and all that. He got the money, but damn, my little girl in the house.
In the shootout.
In the shootout. Okay? Damn, I don't want my girl with that. But Imani stuck with you for 9 years.
Oh, blessing, man.
Came to visit you probably when nobody else come visit you.
Man, I'm talking about, she came visit me when it's black ice outside, you're not supposed to drive.
Yeah.
She was coming. Literally, on black ice. You don't know what you're driving on. She was coming to see me.
Because she loved you.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you don't find that kind of love, man. You know, and a lot of the rappers don't rap about the real love of a black woman. So, in your music, man, do you talk about the love of?
Yes. Always, man, my wife did a whole album together called The Real Love in Hip Hop.
Okay.
And I'm not the type of person that hide my relationship. my social media, I let people know that I love my wife. Back then I'd be ashamed to show who I'm with.
Okay.
No matter how beautiful she is, I wouldn't show who I'm with. My thing right now is to show that you can fall in love and you can move forward with the person you're in love with without having to do all things that the world say you have to do. Like be real, man, and keep it 1,000. With the people that keep it 1,000 with you, and she's one of the only ones that I know have my back. So I go the same amount of energy that she put in, I put in extra. And I mean, I will always provide for my family, man. I live and die for my family. Like it's all about my wife and my kids. It's God first, family second, then everything else. That's my priorities. Back then it used to be me, then my family, then God.
When we were cutting the scene, and he's cutting a premiere for his own reality show, and we cut a scene at the church. Have you started letting folk come to the house yet?
Nah, we still ain't do that now. Now we got one scene on a reality show when her sister just popped up. She just popped up out of the blue.
Have y'all made up?
Yeah, we made up. Yeah, we made up. And her sister just popped up, man, and I didn't know she was popping up. They just wanted to be organic, man. Our show is gonna be so organic. Like they got the real emotions of how we was really going through. Like me and my family, her family, we was really beefing on our show. But man, they produced it the way they did it, and we actually apologized in real time, in real life on the show. And I think a lot of people gonna love it, man, because they're gonna feel it. It's genuine, you know what I'm saying?
And I'm grateful. The people that's producing your show, we've been talking. In fact, we talked yesterday. We've been talking as well about they trying to figure out what they can do with the cousin pastor.
Yeah. It's always a domino effect, man.
Mhm.
Blessings just be there,
Well, and you know what, man? You never know how your blessings in life will come.
Yeah.
So where are you at now, Turk? You done went through the drug scene. Went through the prison scene. You've been out there with the best of the best. So where are you at now?
Right now, man, like I said, it's all about God and my family. Me and my wife, we just recently got our passport, so we about to travel the world. My wife always wanted to go around the world, and that's something that I wanted.
Where you having to go?
Man, everywhere. I got my passport, she got her passport. We just got it. I never thought I'd ever have my passport ever in life. And we just got
Will you
it.
be touring or you just traveling?
We traveling and touring, we working and we lurking. You know what I'm saying? That's what we doing.
Okay.
We getting money and we having fun, so.
So are you back to making good money?
I would call it content money, I always say that before I make 40, I want to be a billionaire, and I'm 37 right now, so I got 3 years to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just taking it one day at a time, man. I believe in God. I got a strong belief in God that long as you have faith and you work the faith, anything will happen, And like I say, man, what a determination is, a way to be found, and I'm determined to find a way every day, and I believe that God is gonna bless me, man.
So what do you say to these young rappers who just got a record? They ain't got no business sense, but they out here rapping. They trying to make it. What do you tell these young cats that they need to do from a business standpoint if you're gonna get into the rap game?
You gotta always have the right people in your corner. You gotta have your attorney for one. Don't let nobody say you don't need no attorney, because there's languages, man, that's in there that you're not gonna understand. It's foreign, and it'll be one word that will deter you from millions, you know. And long as you have your team, you can't do nothing without a team. You need a team. You can't do it on your own, you know. And just go forward, man. And you got to always keep God first. And don't just think about being a rapper, you know. Think being a hustler.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
sell a whole lot of things. You know, like me, man, I have merch company. I have a book company. I have a record label. You know, me and my wife doing our reality TV show. You know, I'm trying to get my twins into television. Like, make it a family thing. Like, it's just so much stuff out there, man. Don't just put all your eggs in one basket.
I remember when we were talking back in January, and you told me I needed to get me an entertainment lawyer.
Yeah.
I immediately went and hired, and I had criminal lawyers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But I went and got an attorney. In fact, his name is Carly McCullum.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. An entertainment lawyer.
Yeah.
Because as I saw this cussing pastor thing developing, okay, and I started talking with people that wanted to do this and wanted to do that, I had to have somebody. I was smart, okay, but I had to have somebody in place that could read that paperwork.
That language, yeah.
Right. My lawyer told me, look, you need to trademark
You have to.
Daddy Bag. You need to trademark
The
cussing pastor, because folk will want to use your stuff, and I get folk all the time. I want to remix you. You can remix me if you pay me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you owned it, man.
And I learned, and hell, I'm a whole lot older than you,
Mhm.
but I listened to when you came to me and gave me these ideas, and I've used most of the ideas that you gave me, because as you move up, you got to talk with folk who've been there or been on that road.
Yeah.
So, and a lot of these young rappers, they just rap. They just go and mix something in the studio. They don't copyright the
They don't
stuff.
think about the business.
They don't
Yeah, a lot of them want to be famous, man. And, you know, I done been famous. I hate the fame. You know, as you get older, you hate the fame. You just want the change, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
You just, you know,
Yeah.
I want the change. I don't want the fame. I can have that because there's too much hatred come with that. You know, and I'd rather not be hated. I'd rather be loved, man, because my family have to deal with all that. You know what I'm saying? So I think about my family. I don't want my family to have to be ducking and dodging. You know what I'm saying? Now, if it's just with me, I wouldn't care. Bring it on. But I have more lives to live for now. So I have to be careful with everything that I do.
So where are you at now? Where are you at now? What's your frame of mind now? What is it that you want to ascertain?
Man, to be real, man, I just want the respect, you know, of what I deserve in this industry because I give it, you know. I want to, like I said, continue on inspiring people, changing people's lives, you know, showing them that you can overcome any kind of addiction, anything that got you bound in life, you can overcome it. You know, I just want to continue on being that light to the dark people that's living in the darkness, man, you know, and just be a good father and a great husband to my family and my wife, man, you know, that's what's important. You know, family is important to me.
So are you still connected to like Birdman and
Yeah, we talk all the time, man. You know, we just in different walks of life. You know, I'm into, like I say, I'm more into my family. You know, a lot of them not into family like me. You know, certain things I don't do, certain things I don't indulge in. You know, and I respect them, they respect me, and that's how we keep it. You know, it's nothing personal, it's all business. We're gonna get money together, let's get money. You know, that's it. We ain't doing nothing else after that. I draw a line now.
Okay.
There's a line, yeah.
Okay.
Respect.
So this book, the autobiography of Turk, does it tell you a complete story?
Yeah, it tell you a real vivid story about me, you know, and where I met from the time when my mom and daddy got together all the way give you a whole lot of details about answers to questions that you probably had. Well, why you ain't do this, why you ain't do that. I answer some of those questions, and you're gonna have a overstanding now of who Turk is, and not just Turk from Cash Money, Turk the Hot Boy. You know, you're gonna get to know me as an artist, me as a person, and appreciate my life for what I stand for right now. And you're gonna understand why I do the things that I do right now. You know what I'm saying? It's a self-help book, man, to change any person that's gone through anything that I went through that don't know how to get through it. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be able to read my book and change your ways.
So your wife went through some things, man. She went through a sickness.
Yeah.
Where you at when she went through?
Yeah, I was most definitely there. You know, my wife was diagnosed with breast cancer. A lot of people might not know it. You know, she's cancer free now. You know, when I came home, man, and she had my twins, and probably a year later, man, she felt this lump, and I was the type of person that overlook it. I don't wanna. They know what you're talking about. Shut up, be quiet. You know what I'm saying? But you know, she had a strong belief too. You know, and when God touched her heart to move, she moved on it, and we went, found out, we cried together, and we said, you know what, there's just another obstacle that we're gonna take on together. Just like she was there for me when I was incarcerated in bondage, I stood the same test. You know, I was there changing tubes. I was there when she lost all her hair, when she went through reconstructive surgery, and when she overcame it. You know, I went through the whole process. A lot of people would have left because that's a tough thing to deal with, man, you know, and the love that we had for each other, man, it wasn't nothing but love, and God is love. He tested me, he tested her, and we both passed the test. And now we're being blessed, man, you know, and everything we do it together, and it's like, we know we done been through a whole lot of stuff, so whatever we go through, that's small to us now. We can overcome it. We not perfect, we still have arguments and this and that, but we have love beyond everything, so we'll never separate.
Have you become more responsible? Now, you know, we talked about in the scene that we cut for your reality show, you were having some issues with control.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Have you got past your issues of control?
Man, you know, I'm working on it, man. Like, you know, I can't do nothing but keep it 1,000, you know. I think I'm better from that show. Like, everything I go through is a therapy, you know, and I take heed to the warnings, you know, that come my way, man. And every day we just work, you know, we work at. I think for the last couple of days or whatever, I've been good. I've been on my
Last couple of days.
We haven't been fussing, you know. Hey, man, you know, I think we've been good, you know. I've been cooking. I cooked some pork chops last night, you know. Hey, we all right, yo. And I document it.
You document what?
People see, like, I go live, man, and I show, you know.
You show you cooking.
I show all that thugging in the kitchen, yeah. I show all
Hey,
that.
money, has it gotten better?
For the last couple of days, I just keep it real, you know. Like I said, we're not perfect, man. And, you know, I'm just like any other couple, man, you know. But I love my wife to death, you know. Nobody can never come between us and disrespect her in no shape, form, or fashion. Like, I forget me and her and fussing, and we gonna get on your butt together. Like, that's, you know, yeah, that's how it is, you know.
That's real love, that's
I love my wife.
So if she wasn't holding over them phones, I bring her up here on you don't want me on camera, Imani?
Now she got her braids like Queen Latifah right now. She ready to set it off. She ain't trying to go.
Oh, she don't want to be seen with braids in her hair.
Nah, she thugging right now.
Oh, okay. But man, this I'm going to sit down and read this hard copy.
Yeah, and that's another thing, man. Like I don't give hard copies away. But you, man, you're special to me, man. For real, man. You're a special soul, man. Like I really look up to you, man. Like even when I was in prison, man, we used to listen to you, man, and I hear people criticize, and man, I was like, man, I like that in that dude, because I like a person that speak their mind, and that's me. I don't care what everybody else says.
Were you in Forest City?
I was in Forest City, I was in 201, I was in all that, and I used to listen to you. And I'm like, man, I like Danny Matthews. And when I got to meet you, when I came home, man, it was like a no-brainer. Like, I already had in life
Yeah.
what you stood for.
Look,
You know?
when I was on radio, the guys over in Forest City used to listen to me all the time. Were you in there with J Mac?
I don't know some of them guys. I was in there with a lot of guys.
J Mac was Steve Harvey's wife's ex-husband.
Oh, man.
And he sent me a whole lot of stuff, and he wanted me to talk about Steve Harvey. I said, now how in the hell am I gonna talk about Steve Harvey? And I want to do what Steve Harvey is doing. I ain't telling your ass locked up behind the wall.
You ain't about to stop me from moving in the
Yeah,
politics world.
you ain't gonna make me, you ain't gonna get me out here to do this Steve Harvey for a Negro that's locked up, and he out now, but the judge that gave him forever.
Yeah, yeah. Nah, man, you like I say, a lot of people like I say, man, you can see the love, man. Like a lot of people, man, they mess with you, man. I see the growth. I remember, man, it was a couple. It ain't even been a year, and you was at 5,000. You got on Instagram and sprouted, and you got organic followers, you know, and that's big.
Man, I haven't been on Instagram a year yet.
It's big.
I had about 100 folk when I started. It's right at 120,000 now, and it grows on a daily basis.
Yeah.
And again, coach, I called you, or you called me and gave me some ideas how I could do this, that.
But it's not because of what I did, it's because of what you did, because, man, you something special. If you wasn't nobody special, they wouldn't be tuned in. I had 5,000, I came home, I'm at 287,000 organic followers, you know, and I know you have organic followers. A lot of people buy followers and likes and comments, you know. When it's organic, man, it's just organic. Like people just really like they listening, you know. So you just gotta keep on doing what you're doing, man. They listening, man.
Well, tell them again, man, how they can, and you need to read this book, and especially you mothers who got these guys, these young sons who want to be rappers, want to be thugs, and don't really know what thugging is all about. You know, and one of the things I applaud you on, man, is kicking that heroin.
That's a hard thing.
You know,
It is very hard. I never thought I'd kick. I had made up my mind this time I'ma die. You know, I used to ride with one leg, driving the steering wheel, shooting heroin and cocaine.
One leg doing what?
Driving the steering wheel.
Your leg driving the steering wheel?
And shooting dope like this on the interstate, you know. Like, I used to do that daily, man. I used to throw up in my car and throw up on myself, and I didn't care until I killed my sickness, you know. And to overcome all that, man, to now I care.
If you could look at that camera right now and you tell that young guy or that old guy, that's a dope fiend, man. He out on that heroin, he on that crack, he's shooting up. What would be your message to the dopehead, the crackhead right now?
I'm gonna take these glasses off. My message would be that you have to, first of all, admit to yourself that you are a drug addict. You know, you have to be truthful to yourself. If you're not truthful and you're in denial, you're not ready to quit. You know, anything that you're bound by, just like you got bound by, you can unbound yourself. You know, you have the control. Can't no program make you, can't no person make you. You have all the control to, just like you did it, you could undo it. You know, it's the same way. It's just like on and off. You know, you have a choice, man. You have to make that choice every day. Every day I have to choose. I'm not about to shoot heroin and cocaine. I'm a recovering dope fiend. And I live with that every day. You know what I'm saying? That it's just around the corner. It's one click, like bam, I can go back to it. You know what I'm saying? So each and every day that I don't stick that needle in my arm, man, I overcame, you know. So just know that you're gonna always be faced with that, you know. You're always gonna be a recovering addict. And once you accept that, man, you could go ahead on and kick that, you know what I'm saying? Don't be embarrassed to be called a recovering addict. Just don't be an addict in action, you feel me? And man, just go around the world telling your story, and God gonna get the glory, and He gonna make sure that you do everything and get everything that come to you, man, because you giving Him that.
I hear you talking about God. I hear you talking about where you've come because of God. What is your faith in God like, man?
My faith is very strong. I believe in the Lord Jesus Christ as my Savior, you know, and that's where I come from. That's what my mama bought. That's what I was brought up on, you know. And I know God myself. I have a personal relationship. You know, you have to have a personal relationship. I don't have a relationship based off of what Dad and Matthew say God is. You know, how I deal with God and how I talk with God is God understand me, you know, and I get blessed, man, you know, same way you talk to God, you know, people have their own way. You have to have a personal relationship, and the more you are communicating with a person, the more you get to know them.
So are you saying that your relationship with God is your relationship with God, and can't nobody else tell you how you talk to God?
Can't nobody tell me how to talk with God but me. Can't nobody tell me how to love my wife but me. God is a spirit, and those who worship Him must worship Him in spirit and truth. You know, just like you love your physical person, you know, just think. Nobody could come in your relationship and tell you how to do this. The same way with God, nobody could come in your relationship.
You know, I'm looking here on Instagram, and someone wants to get into the technicalities of Jesus or Yahshua. And that's ignorance on your part, brother. Okay? Whether you want to talk about Jesus or Yahshua. And you're a fool, brother. We accept that the authentic name is Yahshua. But the name that is used, a transliteration, is the word Jesus. And I can accept it either way.
Yeah.
And but what I share with you, brother, on the Instagram is, while you're concerned about the terminology or the wordology, where is your life? Okay? Where is your life? Whether you want to call Him God, whether you want to call Him Jesus, whether you want to call Him Allah, where is your personal relationship with God? And your relationship with God, man, it's a personal thing.
Yeah.
And when you are going through what you've been through, see, nothing but a God. You in a little apartment. I've been in those apartments. 52 shots being shot through those apartments. And you come out alive. Imani comes out alive. Couldn't nobody do that
But God.
but a God, man.
And see, that's what make it personal. Because you don't have to believe the way I believe, because I know how God showed up in my life.
Yeah.
So, you know, I don't have to impress you.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't owe you no explanation. I owe my life to God.
Yeah.
So, you know.
And you folks that want to get caught up in terminologies, y'all about to get blocked from our page. Whether you want to call Him Yahweh. See, one of the things you don't understand, God had many names. Not just Yahweh. Not just Yahshua. There are many names. And again, your relationship with God, whatever you call Him, is up to you.
Yeah.
Okay?
You can call him my nigga. Call him what you want. I'm not into tradition, man.
Mm-hmm.
God, like, I'm not into even the church. You know, I feel like the church is in your heart.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was in prison. I ain't go to church.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I found God more, I got a more personal relationship with God in prison,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and hey, I changed my life. Look at my life, how I live now, how I used to live then, and that's how you determine if a person believes in God for real.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because your life is going to show it. It's just simple as that. Now, versus you talking about a name and versus how you live in your life, that's how I'm going to determine if you believe in God. Other than that, hey man, you just talking.
Man, when you've been through, man, when you've been up there on that heroin, man, and people die from that stuff. People are dying from heroin every day. Here you got a $500 a day habit from the age of 14 to the age of what, 19?
19, 20.
Okay? If it had not been for the goodness of a God, man, no matter what name you want to give him, you know that there's a creator.
Yeah.
You know that there's one that keeps you and one that has protected you, one that saved your life. If it had not been for him, man, where would you be? What would
I'll be gone.
Okay. But God uses tragedies in your life to save somebody else's life. And maybe somebody is listening tonight that you're out on that dope, man. You know, you're out there and just by chance you watching this show tonight. You shooting up in your veins, you know, all you know is the drug scene. And you won't see, Turk, I don't believe that there's nobody tonight that is strung out that wants to be there.
Nah.
Okay? You got caught up for whatever reasons that you got caught up, you caught up and you don't know how to get back. But you got to have yourself a closer walk with God. You got to make the decision. Okay? You got to make the decision. And this guy is talking about other points of view. This is my show. You get points of views on your page, brother. It's all about me on this page. Okay? You got to have a closer walk with God. And you had to get sick and tired. You know, for a woman to only know you 2 months, man, and hell, she in the house when it gets shut up, and you go to prison, and she stick by your side for 9 years.
Yeah.
See, well, Satan has a plot, man. God has a plan, and God had a plan.
And see, that's how God showed himself to me
Mm-hmm.
through my situation. So can't nobody tell me about no God that came into my life.
Mm-hmm.
You know, can't nobody tell you about no God that came into your life. You know, if it changed you for good, hey man, more power to it. It's as simple as that.
And God's not always a God that sends you to the church house every Sunday.
Yeah.
You know, there's an inner thing, man. There's an inner thing that happens in each and every one of our lives. Hot Boy Turk, the autobiography of Turk.
Go get that. Barnes & Noble, Amazon. Click the link in my bio. Follow me on Instagram, hotboyturk_32. Y'all can buy it directly from me. $30 for paperback, $40 for the hardback.
Well, I got the $40 edition.
Yeah.
I'm gonna read this. You freestyle?
Yeah, I freestyle, pace style more though. You know
Let me
what
hear
I'm
you
saying?
freestyle.
Hey man, I'm young and thuggin', but I'm grown up. I strictly hustle for all the rap, I put the stones up. I got a paper sack, shorty that'll break her back. She leave home with work and bring paper back. Yeah, just straight like that, man. The Auto Thug IFL Turk is out right now, man. You know what I'm saying? I keep God first, family second, and everything else gonna fall in place, man. It's Hot Boy Turk with the cussing pastor, my homeboy.
Man, and I heard Imani, she raps too, your wife raps.
Yeah, Imani, always motivated and never intimidated. That's her name.
I heard her doing a thing the other day
Yeah.
on Instagram, and she sounded like she was a little mad when she was doing it.
Mhm.
Talking about the 9 years she waited on your ass.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you promote you and
Me and my wife is the real love in hip hop, man. Like we are
Real love.
the real love in hip hop. You know, you got the love in hip hop show, and a lot of that be made up. But me and my wife really, really, truly represent. Just because me and her are artists, and she been an artist before she met me, you know. I actually stumbled on her raps one day. She was at work, just snooping around, being a boy.
Did you ever record in your granddaddy's studio?
No,
You never went in there.
I went in there, but I ain't never recorded.
Shit. Cause George was recording nothing but
Yeah.
gospel stuff.
I love her granddad. Her granddad used to always say, "When you going on the road again?" "I'm coming."
George McClain was quite, guy. I don't even hang around
I'm coming with you next time.
the car lot no more. You go back around the car lot, McClain Motors, just to hear who George was talking about today. Those were the good old days. And Jeff's all right. Jeff is, that's your dad.
He a cowboy fan.
He a Cowboy fan.
Sit down somewhere.
It's been a whole lot of folk divorcing the Cowboys this week. My Steelers are doing pretty good though.
Hey man, New Orleans Saints, we been in the Super Bowl. Like y'all see, hey man, y'all see who that? Yeah, Saints. Yeah, y'all see what's going on.
You know what? I see you rappers with all that jury around there like that.
YNT, man, that's my record label.
I need to give me one that said,
The Cussing Pastor.
yeah.
Yeah. Hey, any jewelers out there, y'all already know y'all
Yeah.
need a promotion. Y'all need to hook the pastor up, the
Yeah.
Cussing Pastor.
And we're gonna be
Yeah.
talking about
Bumble.
Bamboo. It's
Yeah.
BUM.
BU.
BU. Y'all go tonight and ask your favorite package stores, we used to call them, if they got some bamboo. Is it sold all around the country?
Bumble is everywhere, man. I just come from out the country. When we was in Jamaica, Montego Bay, Mexico, Cayman Islands, and they had it. I was like, yeah, man, we everywhere. We worldwide.
So when they hook me up, they gonna give me a whole case?
Whole case, man. I got you, man. I'll make sure I make that call. First thing Monday, man, and you know when I say it, I do it, man. So I got you.
Yeah. But this stuff, it brings that baritone out of my voice. I ain't got one more drop in here.
You drunk it for real. Yeah.
Man, it's real smooth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, but I applaud you for what you're doing. You might at least come and show the folk your face.
She's not gonna do it. She got them queen auntie for raising her head.
She ain't gonna let nobody see her.
Nah, man. She gotta be glam. She gotta be a glam.
She gotta be glamorous on TV.
No, was I glamorous the last time?
Well, the last time you was on my show or the last time we was at the
No,
church?
your show.
Well, come show your face then.
Nah,
since we have
Come
a
show your
microphone.
face.
I was
Iman.
real rough. That
Well, come be
You
running
look
stuff
at you.
with your afro
Let
color.
people see his loving wife.
Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
I ain't got but a few more minutes.
Man, show your face. I love you regardless. I didn't saw you
He
worse.
love you, Rick.
I didn't saw you worse than that.
It ain't even a
Hey man, I saw you with no hair on your head, so I don't care.
And she grew all of it back too.
And that's her hair, by the way. God is good. That's her hair.
Come on up here, Iman.
I'm just gonna keep.
Miss Turk. Come on here. Come on. People can't see you.
My wife, my beautiful wife, y'all.
Yeah, hey everybody.
And
Yeah.
and you're a blessed woman to stick with this man all those years in prison. The average woman gonna walk off and leave you when you go to jail.
And y'all see my wife is not no booger bag. Like she's beautiful.
Oh, she's a lovely woman.
Yeah.
And she's stuck with you. And when you become a billionaire, she'll be Mrs. Billionaire.
Yeah.
Huh.
Everything, man. Like I owe everything to her, man. Everything. Like you know, that's my wife, man,
You love that girl, don't
to that.
you? And you let us, y'all have y'all, ooh. But you love him? He gets on your nerve?
Yes.
And y'all got them twins. How old the twins now?
They 5.
5.
And that's a blessing, man. Her first kids, and she have a girl and a boy. And, you know, God already knew what He was setting us up for.
So y'all working on some more?
Nah, that's it.
That's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
But you know, you usually have more kids when you don't have a girl or the boy. We got them at one time, so it was a blessing. Bam, that's it.
Okay. Well,
We got the perfect package. That's it.
thank you, man.
And we just bought a dog. We got a pit bull, so we good.
Y'all got what?
Pit bull. That's it.
How many minutes I got left?
I got 4 minutes. I want to, okay, let me do these little read commercials too. But I want to invite y'all Sunday morning to the Naked Truth Liberation and Empowerment Ministries, 3835 Raleigh Milton Road, 10 o'clock. The message on Sunday morning is entitled, What That Mouth Do. You want to find out what that mouth do, or what that mouth can do, what that mouth should do, what that mouth did do.
What that mouth can't do.
What that mouth can't do. Yeah, that's part of it too. Come on Sunday morning, be at Naked Truth at 10 a.m. We're also serving communion, and again, we serve real wine. Jesus didn't drink no Welch's. He had some real wine. In fact, Jesus didn't even serve his wine in no little cup like that. Y'all think Jesus just got that little sip? No. Jesus, if you go back and you do your research, you'll find that Jesus drunk out of a gorge. They hollowed it out and it was full of wine. And what we allow them to do, Turk, is if we got some left, you come up. I got one. Look, is LaQuita on this page tonight?
She is.
LaQuita always come get her a sucker. I had a visitor last month
From Chicago.
from Chicago. Damn, we had something left. He went and got him FOMO. He was a real seller from Chicago. But thank you so very much. Let me do a couple of these reads. Are you suffering from hair loss, thin and dry skin, bad breath? Ladies, are you tired of discomfort and that fishy odor? Do your stuff smell like fish? Well, look no further. So,
God damn it.
you ever saw a woman that had something that smelled like fish?
I'm married. I don't have those problems.
I know you ain't got those problems
This is
now.
that in your life.
Huh?
Oh yeah, you can smell them walking.
You can smell them walking.
Yeah, goddamn.
Smell like at the fish market.
Yeah. The farmer's market.
It's catfish cabin here. Well, look no further. Celebrating a beautiful you. Africa's Miracles is a black-owned business that specializes in handmade, all-natural hair, body, and skin products, which includes shampoo, conditioners, butters, pomades, and oils that will make your hair stronger, longer, and healthier in no time. In addition to hair products, they also create all-natural soaps, body wash, feminine wash, sugar scrubs, lotions, and toothpaste. Now, ladies, there are many of you suffering in silence. And if your thing's stinking, you're making the rest of us suffer too. They have, that dude, ain't nothing worse.
Sushi.
No.
Oh, no, I ain't never ate no sushi.
I ain't never ate no stinky sushi.
Huh? But it's some men that'll eat stinking coochie though, boy.
Yeah, they said I had one officer when I was like, oh, he gonna ask me, did I ever get my red wings? I said, what is red wings?
Red wings?
When you eat the coochie when a period down. I said, oh man, you is crazy, man.
So men eat the coochie when it's on the
He
period?
said, them the red wings. You call them
Them red wings. Them spicy, huh? Them ain't your mile and
Honey, go.
So if you got the red, I mean, if you're smelling, go to africasmiracles.com. Damn, the Red Wings.
So he asked me that seriously. He said he get full of that Jaeger, whatever that is.
He got full of what? Was he white or black?
He was white.
Had to be with
He said he drunk some Jaeger, whatever is Jaeger.
And he was eating coochie though on the
He said,
period.
you ever got your red wing? I said, what is that? He said, you go down, eat the coochie, come up, and you have red blood all over your mouth, and your red
Oh,
wings.
my.
I said,
And on that note, I think it's time to damn go. Red Wings,
she said, that's what they call it.
not honey mustard.
Oh, you heard your red wing?
I used to live in Pennsylvania.
Oh, that's crazy.
You used to live in Pennsylvania.
Don't do me. Don't you do me. Don't you do me. You still on TV and social media. Do not. Do me.
Man, that's some wild stuff.
Red Wings.
Wow stuff.
Okay. With extra sauce. Hey, tonight my guest has been Hot Boy Turk, the autobiography of Turk. Go to his Instagram page,
_32.
32. Go to his page, order the book. You need to get this book. I'm going to be reading it as well. Until Sunday morning, those of you around the country that may not be able to join us in person at 10 a.m. Central, what that mouth do? You can only go to the Thaddeus A. Matthews Facebook page. Until Sunday morning or Monday evening, top of the evening to you.
Ooh, this is so tastes good. Take my ball.